ready.
I knew this day would come, but I did not think it would be so soon. Hey guys, I'm finally reviewing an SH Figgyarts Clone Trooper. I finally got one, and I got it from the freaking P.O. box. I don't deserve you guys, okay? I don't deserve you. Thank you so much for sending this in. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. But anyways, yeah, here's the box. Let's take a look at this box here before we talk about the figure itself. This is the first time I've had a figure. Actually, it's not. I bought a Figuarts Battle Droid for my brother for his birthday once. Or was that Christmas? I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, it's a clone. It's on the side there. I love this. SH Figgyarts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme Pursuing Character Expression Through Humanoid Action. Okay, it's a little winded, and it's right here in the front too. Wow. Yeah, it's Star Wars, all nice and gold. There's a clone in there. There's instructions in the back. You can kind of see it's just showing stuff. I'm not going to take it out. But yeah, there's the side here. It literally has that same read-up again. Clone Trooper Phase 2. It's actually cool how they specified that it's a Phase 2 clone. Not a lot of Clone Trooper merchandise specifies the actual phase. But I think that's cool, because they did make a Phase 1 separate. But yeah, you can see all the poses here. And this thing's really nice, man. They have knocked this off. There are knockoffs of this, and I actually want to get those get one of them eventually and compare it to this now that I have a real one. But yeah, man, this is amazing. Oh my gosh. So first thing I want to do is talk about the accessories. Then I'm going to compare them to other guys, and I'm going to get in closer. So for hands, he has these open hands. You can see there's one on the right, and then he has the one on the left already, so that's cool. Then he also has these dual pointing and gun holding hands. That just fell out. You can see he's already using that one there. You can see he can use it as a pointing hand or a gun holding hand. That's kind of funny because he also comes with his, DC-15 carbine. You can have him hold it left or right. And it's kind of funny how he's holding it. He doesn't have the finger on the trigger. It's kind of like how you hold a gun to be safe with it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just holding this carbine. I have no intent of shooting it whatsoever. It's just a funny, gun safety thing that I just couldn't help but notice. He has these kind of more gripped hands to kind of cradle his gun or do other things, cradle other things. But yeah, you can have those left and right. And then he comes packed with these. He comes packed with these fists right here. So you can give him fists. You can punch. You can punch. Like that 212th that punched that battle droid in Revenge of the Sith, a.k.a. the MVP. So he also comes with the rifle, the DC-15 rifle, and this thing is nice. Look at that. That is a beautiful rifle. Even has a little bit of paint right there. The carbine also had some silver paint. But you can see some silver paint right there by the handle. You can see the carbine also had some silver paint. Even though the carbine just doesn't seem like it's as detailed as it could have been. But hey, it's okay. But yeah, the rifle is definitely my favorite weapon to have him with. I just like the rifle a lot. So one interesting thing about this guy is that he's kind of stylized in a way. His sculpt really isn't 100% accurate to what a clone trooper looks like. So let's kind of get him backed up. And let's compare him to some other clone trooper items that perhaps may be a little more accurate. So here it is with the Black Series clone. And as you can see, let's stand him up all the way straight because I had him in an action pose. You can see the Figuarts and the Black Series definitely have a height difference. I mean, I'm going to display them alongside each other, but I'm going to have him kind of crouched down. You can look at the helmets and really notice a difference. I feel like the Black Series helmet's fairly accurate. It's not the most accurate clone helmet here. Let me show you. This is the Sideshow Phase 2 clone helmet. I feel like this is the most accurate helmet sculpt we've ever had for a Phase 2 clone. You can definitely see, not a perfect match, especially with that Figuarts. I don't know if I should say it's stylized or they just really didn't know how to sculpt it right, but it's definitely off-looking. It kind of reminds me of the old 12-inch 91st Reconnaissance Corps clone with the helmet being off. And another very notable thing is that the shoulder pads are normally smooth on clone troopers. I don't know if it's how they sculpted it or what, but you can see the shoulder pad has angles in it. Isn't that interesting? It's like an angled shoulder pad. You can see it has distinct lines, distinct angles in it. It's really fascinating. And it's kind of funny. You can see that China. He's from China, guys. Actually, he's from Japan. You can just see going through. You can see a difference in the thermal detonator size. There's not a lot of differences, but me being the trained eye with clone troopers that I am, I just couldn't help but notice some minor details that were different with the Figuarts design. Also, the Figuarts doesn't have any crotch armor going in between. A lot of clones do portray having armor between the legs. I'm not sure which one is exactly accurate, but that's how the Figuarts did it. And then, I mean, other than that, it's pretty faithful. So there's that comparison. Then I want to compare him. Let's take him off the base here, because the base makes him higher. To, from the same company, the model kit, which is, I don't know, man. I really like the Figuart, but the model kit's also absolutely stunning. The model kit is a model kit, so it's not as fun to play with in some aspects. It's one of those kits that kind of creaks after you haven't moved it in a while. But yeah, you know, he's a cool kit. I really do like it. It has a lot of great articulation. I did review it, if you want to watch a review of the model kit. But yeah, you can definitely see the main comparison here is that the model kit's very glossy. It's a very glossy, shiny armor. And the Figuart is completely matte. Completely matte. There's no gloss or no shine to it whatsoever. This is a matte white. And I really dig that, honestly. Not a lot of clones have a matte color to them. And this one does. And I really appreciate that difference. So that's pretty much it with the looks. You've gotten a good look at this guy. Let's just kind of talk a little bit more about how he feels. Like I've said, there were knockoffs of him, and I can tell you this thing is not a knockoff because it feels amazing. It just feels so nice in the hand. It does kind of have a little bit of rattling with the belt being loose like that, but other than that, it is just so pure in its motion and its articulation. I feel like I have no problem moving it around. I'm always, you know, wearing kid gloves when it comes to playing with import figures, but in the case of this guy, man, I love it, and it's great. And I'm so happy I got it in the freaking P.O. box. But anyways, let's go over his articulation, because he's pretty jam-packed. He might be the most poseable out of all these clones. I don't have the Mafex one yet. I want to get the Mafex clone. But let us discuss his posability. So his head is on a double ball joint, so you can get it looking up a little bit, not too much. You can get it looking down way more. It does have some tilt, but not a lot. It's just kind of a little bit. But yeah, most of the range is going to be going down. Shoulders, though, they're on ball joints in there, so that you can get them shimmying around. His shoulder pad is on a hinge and a ball joint, so you can get the shoulder pad completely out of the way. And you can see with that shoulder pad out of the way, you can get the arm moved up a lot. He has a bicep swivel, which serves its purpose. He has a double jointed elbow, which only gives you about 90, which, it's okay. You know, it's a clone trooper, what can you do? One interesting other detail is that he doesn't have the strap over his elbow at all on this figure, so that's another kind of detail. He almost kind of reminds me of the animated Dave Filoni style Phase 2. He's kind of giving me those vibes a bit. I know it's not based off of that, but it's just kind of what I feel. Then his hands, he has the Figuarts hands, where he has the hinge and the ball joint. And that hinge is also kind of like a Revoltech, where it can swivel around. So you can get it in and out, then up and down. You can just rotate it around. He has a great ball joint at the waist. He's got it at the bottom and the top of it. That's probably some of the best range I've ever seen on a clone. That is amazing. And then his legs can move out decently, pretty much as far as you really need. They can move forward decently, yet again, you know, not all the way, but they can move pretty good. He doesn't really have that dumbbell that goes down for the legs, unfortunately. I wish he did. It's kind of a Figuarts thing. I kind of expected that. Thigh swivel. Then he has double jointed knee, which gets you pretty decent range. And then his ankles are on a hinge, on a swivel. He has like a pivot joint at the ankle that really doesn't give you a lot. And then he has toe articulation, which is really nice. You can move his toes. It's a very firm joint, too, so you can actually use it to, like, hold him up. Like, here, let me see if I can get him held up with his toe right there. Maybe get his gun facing this way to distribute the weight more to the other side. And then maybe... let's try to pose him up! How to be a poser. Have you seen those videos from Sideshow called How to Be a Poser that just shows you how to pose figures? I kind of like watching those. It just kind of gives you a feel for those, you know, high-end hot toys. There we go. Let's see. Look at that. He's standing on his toe. Look at that. Boom. I mean, he's posable. He's great. I really like him. I want to get more Figuarts. This is only my second Figuart. My only other Figuart is a Shinken Red from Super Sentai, I don't know, it's Power Rangers Samurai. That's the only other one I have, and I only got it because it was like $7 at freaking Bargain Hunt. It's the only reason I got it. But yeah, now I have another Figuart, and it's a freaking Clone Trooper, and I love that. So, special thanks yet again to the person who has sent that out. The P.O. Box video will be at the end of this video, if you want to click that. I am over the moon with this thing. Here, let's give him the carbine before we go, because I've only had him with the rifle since I got him. So yeah, the hand pops out really nice, and it stays in there too. You just get that slid out, and give him the carbine. There we go. And then let's get that popped back on, just so you can see how that works. Really nice and smooth. So yeah, he's got the carbine. He's ready to carbine, you know, people with his carbine. He's looking swell. He's a freaking Phase 2 Clone Trooper, a.k.a. the poster boy of my childhood circa 2005. There we go. I love this thing. I highly recommend it. Let's get his bros backing him up. Alrighty, there we go. There's the SH Figgyarts Phase 2 Clone Trooper. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links, P.O. Box address, and frequently asked questions down in the description below. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm just going to turn this camera off and keep playing with this clone, because, oh my gosh, it's so great. Honestly, with these three, he's definitely my least favorite, the Black Series. It's just not that fun of a figure. It's cool. I like it. I like its repaints, but it's between these for my favorite. I haven't decided yet. I need to get the Phase 1, and I want to get the knockoffs, too. Only time will tell when that will happen. Alrighty, guys, I will see you later. Ta-ta, adios.